today we're talking about how we can encourage, condo development and condo sales. And Sam is the expert in that subject. And Sam, why don't we get right into it? So before we came on air, you're telling me all these interesting facts. And, as somebody that lists a lot of properties and a lot of condos, some of the information you were telling me, A, I didn't even know. And B, I can't even believe that you guys can do this. So why don't you share with the listeners, if you could?
Sure. The key to a successful condo transaction is making sure that not only the buyer is approved, but the project is approved. Okay. We want to make sure that the project meets agency guidelines, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, FHA. If you're dealing with FHA and VA, it's pretty easy. Both FHA and VA have concise lists that are located on the internet. You can just check their sites. If you check the VA site today, you're going to see that there's 147 projects already approved for VA. If you check FHA site, you're going to see 71 projects approved. Okay, but you're also going to see that there's 431 projects that were previously approved by FHA that have expired.
Now, Sam, there's 1,000 or so projects, developments here in condo developments here in Rhode Island.
You got many. I checked Zillow before I came in this morning, and I saw over 900 listings.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting fact, though, is we have 147 VA, 71 FHA, but there's only one on Fannie Mae's list.
Wow.
Only one for Fannie Mae. So if you're working with an owner-occupied buyer or vacation or investor, how do you know if the project's approved?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we've done is we've come up with two processes. One for the listing agent and one for the selling agent. If you're a listing agent and you get a condo listing, our team will work with you right up front. If you give us the name of the project, the address, and a point of contact to the association, my team, and I have over 26 people on my team. I have my own staff attorney. I've got a team of underwriters, processors, and all we do is get condo projects approved nationwide.
Wow.
I've got a database of over 2,000 projects approved for conventional financing that you won't see on any Fannie Mae list. Freddie Mac doesn't even have a list. So what we want to do is work with you up front, get that information. So as the listing agent, if you get a potential offer on that, it can go through nice and smoothly, no issues.
And that's huge because I know a lot of my colleagues out there, they'll list condos, and we'll list condos, and it's like you have to wait until the buyer comes in, and it's a huge guessing game. So that's really great, and I didn't know you did all that.
It's very uncomfortable if you don't have all your tools lined up when you're going with a condo.
No,
and then to have something fall apart at the end because it's not warrantable or it's not approved by Fannie or Freddie or FHA, and have it's a waste of time and energy, and it's very, very uncomfortable. So
let's make or break. And the way that we do condos is definitely going to change from here on out, knowing that you're able to work with the condo association and get it approved for financing before a buyer even comes in. So I would think, like, for realtors, when you're going on that listing appointment, having that in your back pocket, saying, look, I work with this mortgage company unlike any other. They have a full department of 26 people. Then they go ahead and they work on getting the condo approved for FHA, for VA, for Fannie Mae, for all those different financing. That covers pretty much the whole spectrum of the financing out there. Now, not having that, you're kind of left to wait to see what happens, and you're putting it in the hands of that buyer's agent and the other mortgage company 60 days down the road, 90 days down the road, or whenever an offer comes in.
When getting to know Movement Mortgage before I decided to join the team, there was one of the major things that was very, very the main reason why I made the decision that I did is because before, condos were uncomfortable. They were somewhat scary depending on where they were.
Sure.
And the financing was definitely unsure. But knowing that we had this in our toolbox and be able to get this done up front was we encourage condos. Call me with a condo. Like I want to get it done. So let's.
I can see why.
Yeah.
In Movement Mortgage, one of the things that I like is that Movement Mortgage was started by realtors. I mean, how unbelievable is that? So it's realtors started the company because they know how hard all these little things are that come up. So now a company like yours, you guys go in and you're able to kind of solve all of our headaches as realtors, but more importantly as sellers and buyers. And that's key. That is totally key.
Yeah, we actually started the company in 2008. For anybody
Wow.
that remembers 2008,
Yeah.
those were real tough times. So our founders created the company back then, and their focus was to be realtor-centric.
Yep.
They understood the needs of the realtors, and they wanted to create the ideal company. We started out in 2008 with 5 people with the goal of doing $30 million that year.
Mm-hmm.
2015, we went to over 3,000 people and did just under $8 billion.
Wow. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of transactions. That's a lot of people, helped out. And I mean, that's a big number, $8 billion in that short amount of time. That's unbelievable.
Well, they're committed. They're committed to their process. It's 3 key components. They've got a great process. They've got phenomenal product, and they have the expertise. They have the people that can execute on the product and process. My team has been built up over the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
We went from doing $2 to $3 million worth of condos a month 4 years ago to close to $60 million a month now. Our goal is to break $100 million a month this year.
Wow. And you've been there since the get-go.
Well, yeah, I've been there for 5 years, but I've worked with one of our founders since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I've been in the business for quite a while.
Well, that's really amazing. So, look no other place, if you're a realtor or, somebody looking to purchase a condo than Movement Mortgage. You should definitely give Matt Bates a phone call. Matt, why don't you throw out your phone number to our
My
listeners?
cell phone line that you can call anytime is 401-266-4416.
Absolutely. And, you can check out his information on the roundtableradio.com underneath the expert contributors section. You can see all of his contact info. He's easy to get a hold of. I've called Matt, at 10 o'clock at night and have gotten a pre-approval letter for clients. The service is unmatched. I mean, you can't get that from a local bank. You just can't. And, unbelievable. Nice job.
Just got a new website.
You did?
Yeah, the RIMortgageGuy.com.
The RIMortgageGuy.com. I love it. I'm going to check that out. Guys, you should check that out. The RIMortgageGuy.com.